Hello everyone. This is Yogesh from I'mYourDataScientist.com. Today it's 21st of October 2018. So I thought to record a tutorial on how to do detach a boot drive and reattach to another instance. Let's go ahead with the tutorial. So first we need instance, EC2 instance, which is located under compute. So just to give you a hint what we'll be doing in this exercise. So in this exercise we'll practice removing an Amazon EBS volume from a stopped drive and attaching to another instance to recover the data. So imagine if you have a corrupted data or corrupted drive and you want to recover that file from that disk drive. You can reattach to another drive and you can recover your data. So this is the same thing on cloud. So let's try and launch a EC2 instance. Launch instance. So this time we'll be again free tire. We'll be using Windows base, Windows Server 2016 base, AMI. Then it's make sure it's T2 micro is selected. It says it's free tire eligibility. So if you were to select any other types, you might get charged. So just for tutorial purpose, you can just stick to freebies. Then from here, make sure you enable enable the dynamic IP or auto assigning IP. Click add storage. When it comes to storage, keep as it is. We don't want to add an extra volume, but we'll come back to this later on. So add a tag. I would say name. I would say detach and attach volume. Click configure security settings. In security settings, we want to use the existing security setting, which is EC2 security groups. I've already added RDP, remote desktop, for that security group, so I can remote from my PC to EC2 instance. Review and launch. So make sure everything's okay. So if you have followed all the steps from 1 to 6, should be all okay. Click launch and say choose an existing key pair. I already have one key pair, so in my Azure account, which I've been using. So click launch instance. Make sure it's all okay. View instance. So now again, currently it's pending the instance state and initializing. And once the status is says 2 out of 2 check done, then this should turn into running. So that means the instance is up and running, and you can start remoting into it. So while it's initializing, let's launch another instance, because we remember we'll be detaching one volume from one instance and attaching to another one. So we need two EC2 instances. So let's create same instance with same type. I think we've chosen this one or this one. It doesn't matter. So you can choose free eligible tire here, and click next, and make sure this is also also auto assign IP. Click add storage. Then click add tags. Under tag, I'll say name. I'll say detach volume. I'll say number 2. Let me see if that it allows numerical numerical values. I hope it will allow. Then click security groups, and again select the EC2 security groups. Click view launch. Click launch and say use the same keypad. Launch instance and view instance. Now both of them are still running. So once it's finishes running or initializing, I'll come back to it. So stay tuned. So just to give you quick update, what I have done here is I've just renamed them just for our understanding sake. I've said source detach and attach volume. I said destination detach and attach volume. So just to make it more explicit, rather than saying call volume 1 and volume 2 and so on and so forth. So this is our source EC2 instance, from which we'll be detaching a volume from source and we'll be attaching it to destination. So from source we'll be detaching a volume and attaching it to destination. Yeah, so you can see from source destination it's already 2 checks completed, just waiting for the other to check passed, 2 checks passed. So while it's the destination EC2 instance is still running, let's go and get some of the information which we need to in order to log into that instance. So remember I had selected the existing key pair name, so I need that my permanent key to decrypt the password. So for the first instance, so I'll just copy this. User is administrator, and password is the one we just copied. This is for the source, I think, not the destination. Not to get confused, what is source and what is, because we are under source. So let's make sure it's we copied again. Copy that and paste it here, and that's it in order to log into the instance. Once the destination is ready, we'll try and log in into as well. So still initializing. Let's try and refresh. See what? Oh, wait, there you go. So it's also ready. So copy that, the public DNS name, and so same thing with the decrypting password. So remember again, for both instances, the destination EC2 and the source EC2, we've used key pair name as this one here. So again, you need to locate the permanent key, decrypt. So this is the information of the destination source EC2 instance. And if I was to copy and paste, the password is, yeah, it will take for supercomputer to decrypt something like 200 years to decrypt this password, whatever that is, or if you can remember. Okay, so what is next? So we've got both source and the destination remote desktop information in order to log in into it. So here's the tricky bit. This is the bit we were waiting for. So so in order to attach and detach volumes, go to from source EC2 instance, go to elastic block storage, click volumes. Under volume, so in order to detach an instance, you need to stop the instance first. Stop the instance, not terminate. Terminate means it will completely get rid of your EC2 instance. So stop instance means it will have all those resources, all this IP address and all this, but terminate means it will completely delete. So you will have to recreate your EC2 instance. So you need to in order to detach a volume, you need to stop the instance first. Say yes, stop the instance. It's stopping. Let's see, once it is stopped, we will be able to detach volume. Okay, the instance has stopped. Let's see if you are able to detach the volume. So for that instance, you need to go under volumes, elastic block storage. Under that, source detach and attach volume. Under action, detach, click yes. So it's doing something. Hopefully it should be able to detach. So I think it has detached the volume from source EC2 instance. The way you check is under state, it says available as in it's free to attach to some other EC2 instance, other volumes. So the first one, the destination, is still in use. The source one we just said, because we said stop the instance. Sometime you could get an error because if the instance is running, you can't detach volume because it's under use. So sometime you might get error. So you need to be careful when you hit an error. So first thing you need to do is to stop the instance, then detach the volume. So and how to when do you use volume? When the state is available is important. So now let's see if we can attach this volume to our destination EC2 instance. So one thing you have noticed, like for destination, there is modify volume, create snapshot, and attach volume is faded out, and delete volume is faded out because it's under use. And you can see it's detach volume, force detach, so on and so forth is hyperlinked. But if you were to look at the source detach volume, so you'll be able to see modify, create snapshot, delete volume, attach volume. So you can see the attach volume is now available because we have stopped the instance and we have detached the volume now. So it is attached, it is ready to attach to another volume. So let's say we want to attach it to the destination one, so attach, and we want to find the name, which is destination, detach and attach volume. Drive, this is fine, and say click attach. So it will take a couple of minutes before it's ready. Okay, so one thing we need to check is the remote into destination EC2 instance. So remember we had already collected all these informations, and we want to go to remote desktop, and the administrator, click connect. I'll copy this password. So here I'm connecting to the destination EC2 instance. So it's currently loading all those information. It doesn't have any fancy software, so it shouldn't take that long to configure. Here you go, personal settings, and okay, so this is I think up and ready, up and running. Discovered by PC and devices on the network. We recommend allowing your home network to. Okay, I don't want to say yes. So now let's. Okay, so if I was to put this here and slightly wider, and you can see the host name, the instance ID, public IP, private ID, what instance size it is, what availability zone it is using, the processor, total memory is 1 GB, network performance low and moderate, so on and so forth. So you've got enough information there. So we said we've detached the volume from source and should attach to the destination one. So the one way to know is to CMD. So I'll say CMD, and if I was to scroll up a bit, CMD, and if I was to go to root folder, then I would say users, cd users, and I would say cd, because I'm logged in, I've logged in as administrator, so administrator, and go, then I would say type in disk part. Okay, so I'm in disk partition now. So now select disk 1, select disk 1 is now selected. So this one is now selected, and say online disk online. Now exit and say directory E or. So there is two disks available. One is C drive, and one is the D drive. So I think the D drive is the one we've attached to this one. So from here you can go to users and see um, all the informations, or you can retrieve your data. So this is how you attach and detach uh, um, volume to retrieve data. I hope you learn something on this tutorial. I've learned quite a lot. So thank you for watching. This is Yogesh from I'mYourDataScientist.com. Till next time, thank you very much, and stay tuned for more videos.